Sarah Porter has been rescuing hermit crabs and giving them a little slice of the beach life in New York City since 2014 when she saw a post on Craigslist. She drove out to New Jersey to pick up a tank that had 5 to 7 crabs from a young woman who was going off to college. Since then, Sarah has taken in many more hermit crabs in need of a home, has upgraded her tank, started her own rescue organization, Two Claws Up, and has been featured in USA Today, AMNY, Pix 11 News, and Upworthy for her rescue operation. She also co-produced a short documentary about horseshoe crabs in the Northeast, along with how they are vital to COVID-19 vaccine development. When not rescuing hermit crabs or exploring the flora and fauna of New York City, she works for a nonprofit organization focused on poverty alleviation and is also on the board of the New York City Peace Corps Association. Please welcome Sarah Porter.
Hi, I'm Sarah Porter, and I rescue hermit crabs in New York City who need a home. I've probably rescued about 30 over the last 5 years. We have the whole spectrum of sizes. The smallest ones are probably about the size of a nickel to a quarter in the seashell that they wear, and then the biggest one is probably the size of a small baseball. Never planned on being a hermit crab rescuer. Like any New Yorker, I found myself on Craigslist one day and I was looking through the ads and I came across a young woman who posted an ad that she was going away to college and she had a tank of hermit crabs that she was looking for someone to take in. So my partner and I talked about it and said, actually, you know what, they sound like a fun pet. Why don't we go out there and pick them up? After we got them, I was doing some research and I just came across how much that hermit crabs need to be healthy and happy. When we set up the tank, we first made sure that we had really deep sand for them to go down and molt. We also have saltwater and freshwater because they need both to drink. They also need really high humidity in the air. I have a specific UV light to mimic sunlight and lots of fresh food. They basically eat what I'm eating. So vegetables, fruit, protein, nuts, they love popcorn. Because hermit crabs are always looking for a bigger shell to move into as they grow, we actually have a shell shop in the tank where there's just tons of seashells in different sizes that the hermit crabs can select. Fortunately, most hermit crabs that are sold tend to be marketed more as toys or as souvenirs. Hermit crabs need such specific things to survive, and the Jersey Shore and the pet stores usually don't give people the right information. So I started Two Claws Up on YouTube and Instagram to be a resource for people who might already have hermit crabs or are thinking about getting them, to really see how to set up your tank correctly and how to make sure that hermit crabs have what they need. I've heard from almost every person who's contacted me or made an ad on Craigslist saying, I have these hermit crabs, I have no idea what to do with them. Can someone please take them from me? And then they find me. I never thought I would be spending my free time rescuing hermit crabs. I'm actually a very normal person that has a full-time job, but I just kept seeing that there were so many people in New York City that had hermit crabs and didn't know what to do with them and were looking for someone to help them out. I don't know how many people can fill that role, so it wasn't really a calling, but I knew this is something that I could do for people, and I have the setup, and I have a great tank, and I'm really happy to give these hermit crabs a little slice of the beach life here in New York City.
As you saw in the news story, I've been adopting hermit crabs who need a home since 2014. I never imagined becoming a hermit crab rescuer. It was not on my list of things to do. Like many New Yorkers, I look at the free Craigslist ads when I'm bored. I don't remember what I was looking for that day. It might have been a soda stream or a mini trampoline. But what I found was a young woman who was moving away to college and wanted to find a home for her hermit crabs. And I remember thinking, they could be interesting pets, small enough to fit in my New York City sized apartment. They also seemed like low maintenance animals, perfect for living in the city. I begged my partner Matt to drive us out to New Jersey and took home the small tank, which I was told contained 5 to 7 hermit crabs. At the time, this made no sense to me. How could you not know how many crabs you currently had? But at the time, I knew nothing about the magic of molting. I did everything wrong in the beginning. I still thought of hermit crabs as cute little creatures that were easy to take care of and didn't need more than some sand, hermit crab pellets, and a water-soaked sponge. I'm embarrassed to admit this, but I even built a hermit crab maze out of old boxes and let them run around in it in my living room. I had joined a Facebook group for hermit crab owners and quickly got schooled when I posted a photo of my crabby games. I took it down immediately and started to read about what owning hermit crabs actually entailed. I was shocked to learn how much these little guys need to be healthy. We needed to go shopping. The crabs came in a small tank, probably around 15 gallons or so, with a mesh lid, and I quickly learned that they need high humidity to survive. I improved the tank they came in. They now had high humidity, real food, and a dish for salt water and fresh water. One night, while walking home from the bar, Matt and I saw a huge empty aquarium, along with a ton of other stuff on the sidewalk being given away. My guess was someone was either moving or going through a breakup. So I got to work. We went to Home Depot to get supplies, including 200 pounds of sand, not kidding. I was finally able to create a little slice of the beach life for my hermit crabs. Immediately, they became more active and healthier looking. Pretty soon, I started noticing other ads on Craigslist with similar stories. Help, I just bought some hermit crabs and had no idea how much care they need. Will someone please adopt them? I've gotten crabs from all over New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut, and I've collected some pretty interesting stories along the way. One guy posted that his company Christmas party was racing hermit crabs as a game and then just giving them away to attendees at the end of the night, whether they wanted them or not. Another woman said that while on vacation at the Jersey Shore, she found 2 crabs abandoned in her hotel room. Someone had most likely experienced a case of buyer's remorse after purchasing them from the boardwalk and then just left them behind in their small wire cage. Perhaps the most bizarre story was a couple who went abroad and brought home a seashell from the beach, only to find a hermit crab in it 4 days later in their suitcase. Side note, I've stopped collecting seashells from the beach. Seashells are homes for hermit crabs, and shell collectors may end up with a stowaway. I've actually had more than one person email me that this has happened to them. Realizing my tank and apartment were not big enough to take them all in, I decided a better solution would be providing education and resources to help aspiring crabbers know what they were getting into. I started 2 Claws Up on both YouTube and Instagram as a place to share videos, tips, and cute pics to ensure that hermit crabs have everything they need to live long, happy, healthy, and crabby lives. I now get tons of emails from people with questions. Anything from, what kind of water do hermit crabs drink? Or, is it normal for them to sleep all day? And, can they eat popcorn? Yes, and they love it. I get a lot of messages from people who feel guilty for not providing the right care. I try hard not to shame anyone for not knowing what to do. It's no one's fault. Pet stores on the boardwalk rarely give the correct info on care or show a proper sample setup, and people are made to believe that hermit crabs are easy little pets, and they're also marketed more as souvenirs. No living creature is a toy or a throwaway souvenir, and places that sell any animal need to give the right information on how to care for them. I'm so glad this conference and this group exist, and that there are so many people out there who care and want to be an advocate or Crabvocate. So if you want to see more crabby pics, crabby videos, check out Two Claws Up on YouTube or Instagram. I've got lots of them. And remember, always be crabby.
All right, we're about to go get another crab. So I just got an email from a family who went on vacation, came back with 2 crabs. One unfortunately didn't make it, so they're looking for a home for the other one. They realize that crabs are very social creatures. They need buddies. They found me. So after yoga, I've got my mat. We're gonna meet and hopefully give this guy a better life. Okay, here I am in front of the Starbucks in Queens, about to do another crab rescue.
We purchased 2 crabs while we were on vacation in Jersey Shore, and we brought them home. One of the crabs survived, one didn't, and he's been very lonely for a long time, and we want to make sure he has a better quality of life.
Okay, another successful crab rescue. Let's get him into the tank with all the buddies. Okay, we made it back home. As you can see, this is what he came in originally, a very small wire cage, offers no humidity, just is not what crabs should be kept in or sold in. Also, it's January here in New York, so he probably got a little chilly on the way back to the apartment, so we're gonna very quickly go get him in the tank. Okay, here goes. Johnny and Jessica, if you're watching, I hope you don't mind. I renamed the crab Tipsy. Always wanted to have a crab named Tipsy. But without much further ado, let's get him in the tank. He's in the Crabbitat. We've got high humidity so he can breathe. We got a nice warm 80 degrees, just like the beach. Saltwater pool, freshwater pool, deep sea for molting, lots of fruit, vegetables, and protein. Just threw some shrimp tails in last night, so he should have a pretty good day. Here he comes. I can see those cute little eyes, his little feelers. He's getting ready to explore. I'm sure he feels much more comfortable with the high humidity. Oh, yep, here he goes. He's out of his shell. Oh, just did an eye wipe. Hey Tipsy, how's it going? I think Squirt senses that there's a new member in the Crabbitat. As soon as I put Tipsy in, Squirt's perked up and his little feelers started moving around. Tipsy seems to be in tip-top shape, so keep watching. I will make sure to post an update, but I think he's gonna do great in his new home. Yay!